What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Steel Pirate Media Show, episode 5 today. We're going to be going over some of the moves that have happened since the legal tampering period has started and free agency here over the last almost 48 hours now. I think it doesn't actually officially start till 12 o'clock tomorrow, but you can lock a lot of those, guys in now. Still a lot of people out there, but we're gonna go over some of the moves and see what you guys think. We'll start off with Josh this time. How you doing over there, Josh?
I'm doing fine. The Seahawks are doing fine. We have a lot of cap space. I'm not sure if we're done making moves. We got Leonard Williams working on a decent deal with him. Probably going to get decent value because he's not the youngest guy, but he is an extremely talented defensive tackle where we have been hurting a lot in the last couple of years. And Tyler Lockett restructured his contract so that he could have 2 more years with us and free up a little more space. And I don't know. I'm just trying to be hopeful. Still, just everything's brand new in Seattle. It's been a lot of spicy things. Seattle, at one point, I'm not sure what the age of our viewers here is, but Seattle actually at one point had a quarterback who's renowned in our franchise as the greatest player in the history of franchise, the greatest player in the history of the franchise. His name is Russell Wilson.
His name was Jim Zorn.
Right. His name is Russell Wilson, and he just got paid $1.2 million to be a starting quarterback of an NFL football team. And a lot of mixed emotions that went along with that.
Is he starting for the Steelers?
Or
the Seahawks?
I got to think he's starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
That's my I just think a lot of GMs are going to be scratching their heads over the next couple of days. That's got to be one of the bigger moves. I've watched the Panthers go from maybe the worst team in the NFL to, without question, the worst team in the NFL over the last 24, 48 hours. They're just fucking dumpster fire that somebody just keeps pouring gas on. Tepper's just pouring gas on a lit dumpster fire. Yeah, it's been a spicy few days. A lot in the last couple days. Avery.
So, like Josh said, man, you guys know those like roll-offs that they have that like the trash companies have that you throw like the big amount of like the demolition job type containers. That's literally the Carolina Panthers organization. Somebody dumped kerosene and not just gas on it and threw an entire matchbook of matches on it. Oh man, I'll get into the details, but Josh said they're the worst franchise or team in the NFL. They might be one of the worst franchises and teams in all of professional sports across the 4 major platforms that we have here in America that we watch. It's, it's complete and utter devastation. But on the bright side, we got Deontay Johnson an hour ago. Woo!
And Robert Hunt for $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna go through the list, man. I got all the 4 additions they've got, the 8 departures that they have so far, and some guys that they need to go target. But yeah, not looking good.
Work's cut out.
As a new Panthers fan, this is not good. Riley, what you got, buddy?
Hey, listen. As a Steelers fan, this year is one of few that I can remember where this time of year there's moves looking to be made in Pittsburgh. There's a lot to be said about those moves, but this isn't something that, as a Steelers fan, I'm used to, so there's like a whole new level of excitement with what's going on. I could be wrong here. Ronnie, you can correct me, but I think in our recent past, there hasn't been moves, player personnel-wise, this early in an offseason in quite some time. I mean, even when Ben retired, when did we sign Mitch? It was after the draft, maybe even, right?
I feel like y'all signed Mitch in July.
Either way, you said enough. Either way, you said enough when you said we signed a Mitch.
Yeah, right. We signed Mitch Trubisky. That's like the biggest thing ever. And to this point, on Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the evening, we've chased a Hall of Fame career guy and a guy that's 24 years old and playing some of the best inside linebacker any of the free agent inside linebackers are playing, and we've managed to
one of the best off-ball backers in the whole NFL.
Right.
He's definitely top 5 at his position.
And
top 5
and it
24
just
years old, and he didn't come in the league like that, so he improved to get there. So
it's just a breath of fresh air in the NFL for me.
Yes.
You know, I got a buddy who's a Cowboys fan, and he is just absolutely beside himself because of how bad the Cowboys have gone about this current offseason, and you know how they haven't done anything yet. And you know, that's how I felt in Pittsburgh for the last few years, and now finally we've made some moves, and I'm excited about football next year. And it's March, like, man, I can't wait.
You still got another 4 more months, man.
Right.
Relax.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, you know, when you bring in an inside linebacker to a linebacker core that was hurting, not even physically, but just ability, like all around ability, and a quarterback in the same move, like in the same 48 hours, like whew.
And a corner,
and a starter, and then a number 1 corner.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
like whew. That's good. That's good poop. That's good poop.
What do you know? The Steelers' defense got good.
Yeah, got better.
To the surprise of almost no one, the Steelers made good moves defensively.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, specifically Dante Jackson, we'll see with him. I think this was more of a we have to be honest here. Deontay Johnson doesn't go for a 6th round swap unless he really wanted out, and he must have really wanted out, so there wasn't a lot of leverage. You to get Mar for him, if you got a 2nd for Chase Claypool, you're at least getting like a
3rd,
a 4th round.
When's the
pick
last
for
time the
Deontay?
Steelers paid a receiver?
AB.
What?
We paid Deontay. We gave Deontay.
Oh yeah, he got
Deontay
a
Johnson.
little check.
No, he's getting
3 years,
like
35 or something like that, didn't he? He got 3 years,
getting like
36.
Yeah, he's going to get like 16 million or 15 million this year. But when you look at what some of the other receivers are making,
wait, does
it's
this
not bad.
free up?
I think it's a lose for both teams. I think Deontay is the last type of receiver that Bryce Young needs. I think he needs a big receiver that has sure hands, a contested catch guy, one that is reliable, a big target you can see downfield. Not Deontay, like
A good route
I
runner.
mean,
Not Mr. Throw and hit me in the hands, and it will fall and hit the fucking ground. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I mean,
He improved
just
a lot
doesn't-
though.
I mean,
and
I
what
definitely
was it?
but I'll
2019.
just
He
say-
led the league in drops, but he considerably
No, he
improved a
My
lot.
biggest thing is you signed Russell Wilson, and you know it's obviously a good shot to be paying a quarterback $1 million that has his pedigree. You have potential to get superstar play on like a 3rd round rookie type of deal. So I hate seeing. Look, you have George.
Bro, but
Pickens
hold on.
and Deontay
Hold on.
Johnson, and
Bro, does this trade open up more cap space?
no, that's the other thing.
Okay.
The Steelers eat $5 million of dead cap money.
Okay.
Meaning they saved
Yeah.
$10 million because it was a $15 million deal, but then Dante Jackson cost $9.5, so they end up saving like $500,000. But they're not making that trade unless Dante Jackson was probably willing to work his deal, because the Panthers like 6 days ago said they were going to release him. So the Steelers are probably like, don't release him. Let's talk to his agent, rework the deal, get the
Right.
trade done, get him out of here, just take the L on. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see
And
Dante Jackson restructure his deal for probably $4 to $4.5 million for next
Well, the
year.
thing-
Like, he's
and the
going to
thing
take
with-
a pay cut.
the thing with Deontay that I will say is, like, look, bro, when he's open, he doesn't get thrown the ball. His hands are up in the air. He's talking shit. Like, he's mad. Like, I think the Steelers were just done with that more than anything.
That's a leadership
Always
thing.
thinking, like, he's so good. He has so much potential, but never really living up to it. You know what I mean? So
Well, look who he had in
I'll
front of
gladly
him, showing him the ropes. He wasn't exactly what I'd like to call a role model. We don't
no, but
classify
they need a
Antonio.
receiver. They need a receiver in there for
CTE,
sure now. Not even more than just the draft, because let's say they draft a good receiver. Let's say they move up for somebody like a Dunze or someone big. Okay, that's nice. But who's your 3rd receiver? Calvin Austin? He's not like a
Take a
starting.
receiver. So take a receiver in the 2nd or 3rd. Take a center in the 1st
Bro,
round.
we
Give
still
Powers
have-
Well,
Johnson.
so they're gonna.
Bro,
I'm hoping they
that's,
sign Tyler
man,
Boyd.
We
That's
have
my
20 million
prediction,
right now,
that Tyler
don't we?
Boyd comes back to
That's
the
a
Bears.
good pickup.
We got
That's
like
a good
20 million
pickup.
or something, don't we?
Oh yeah, we got money there. They're not done, bro. They better. I'm just saying.
And that's what I mean. You're gonna get another 4.5, $5 million after Dante Jackson does his deal again.
Exactly.
You're gonna be able to go get 2 receivers if you wanted, bro.
Right. No, 100%. And I think that's what Dunbar talked about more than anything was just like, whoa, to see us having a GM that's dealing like, hey, we don't. This guy doesn't want to be here. I didn't draft this guy. I wasn't the GM when he got drafted. I'm going to send him out of there. I have money to work with. I'm going to bring my people in. I'm not going to sign Bobby Wagner on a good, cheap deal because he's old. I'm going to go and get Patrick Queen, a young gun, like a real, like the Steelers don't make those moves. They wait till you're old and cheap normally.
I'm not gonna go after Russell Wilson first. Obviously there was interest in Justin Fields or everybody wouldn't have fucking talked about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think they shot that, and then they realized there's obviously a grade placed on it, and they realized the price on both of them, and it wasn't close. Their grades were probably closer, and they were like, "Oh, this is a no-brainer." And they had to meet
with Russ.
Yeah,
that's the difference. Russ has the star power that you got to meet with him first. Like, he has to decide if he likes us. With Justin Fields, you don't even give a fuck. It don't matter if he likes us. He's coming here either way. He has something to prove himself. Russell has nothing to prove, so. You're not getting diva. I left Seattle. I'm not. You're getting chip on his shoulder, Russ, with Arthur Smith as OC, who revived Ryan Tannehill. You don't think that he's gonna put a game plan for Russell fucking Wilson, bro? Come on now, bro. It's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be fun for real.
Go.
And it doesn't need to be
a question.
Go.
Fun for it to be for it to work. But go ahead. What's up, baby?
Does Russell Wilson get his own office in the Steelers headquarters, or
Penny had his own office?
Yeah.
Penny had his own office.
So they're gonna split it. They're gonna have so Coach Beard each other. We're gonna look at the fucking screen rolls out the fucking.
Bro, but that's a big difference between Sean Payton and Mike Tomlin. I think Sean, like the way Sean Payton goes about like yelling at him on the sidelines and you're not gonna have your own office, you're not gonna have your own trainer. Like Tomlin's type of dude that's like, bro, you're a good
Sean
teammate.
Payton's a dickhead.
You're playing good ball.
You just call it how it is.
Sean Payton,
bro, he never
Sean
really
Payton didn't do
Russ.
Drew Brees like that. I'll say Sean Payton didn't do Drew Brees like that.
Well, here's the difference.
He drafted. He wanted Drew Brees. No, he didn't draft him. He traded for him.
He traded for him. So nobody wanted Drew Brees, bro.
Yeah,
After that capsule injury, nobody wanted Drew Brees. Damaged goods. That's why the Chargers went and got Phillip Rivers. They were done with him.
Yeah, exactly. The shoulder and shit. Yeah. No, it's definitely need to watch.
I'm not trying to make this a Steelers episode, but in these 48 hours they've just done the most in my opinion. Aside from the Commanders, I think the Commanders have made some moves.
I'm about to say the Commanders, bro.
Definitely.
The Commanders on defense. That Commanders defense.
But I think we've also already agreed that Commanders coaching staff isn't good enough to overcome any of those problems that could be fixed.
Hey, I'll go ahead and tell you, they got 2 dogs. From Carolina. They got Jeremy Chin on a 1-year, $5 million deal. That's a fucking dog. Okay, he can play corner, safety, nickel, or linebacker. He's played 50 games in 4 different positions.
So I'm saying Tepper just had a grocery list in front of him where he ranked the top 10 best players on his team, and he said, how can I get rid of every single one of these fucking guys and get absolutely smoked? How can I replace these guys with way shittier versions of them so that we don't win a single fucking game for 3 seasons straight?
So, whenever we're ready, I'll get into that. But, going back to the Commanders, Frankie Louvu, he's also a pretty good linebacker. I'm not saying he's one of the best. He's going to come in and probably start for Washington next year. So
Packers been making moves too
from the Commanders.
Yeah,
Packers been making moves.
Captain Obvious. I wanted to be Captain Obvious too with some of the signings. Like obviously, the 2 biggest moves at the end of the day are going to be Russ to Pittsburgh and Kirk Cousins to
Atlanta,
the Falcons, just because those are quarterback
Kirk Cousins deal is the dumbest shit ever.
It's dumb, horrible. But when you talk about quarterback and how it affects a team, they're going to be the 2 positions. And then where Justin Fields goes, I mean, you look at Josh for the Seahawks. If I was a Seahawk or
Oh, that's a
Denver
great deal.
fan, I'd be thinking
100
about Justin Fields.
Guaranteed. Go.
Bro,
Talk
Kirk
about
Cousins.
it. What?
They're going. They're saying it's bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. It's bad. The Kirk Cousins deal's bad.
It's fucking terrible.
Why?
This is
Oh,
the-
horrible.
That's the biggest free agent deal in the
Bro,
history of
how
the
fast-
NFL. To a guy coming off a torn Achilles.
A guy who's never really done
He's won
anything. Bro, he's a
one
B-plus
playoff
quarterback.
game.
Never. I mean,
He's
never
a
done
B-plus
anything.
quarterback, a B to a B-plus quarterback.
Then why has he made $331 million? He delivers every time. He takes the franchise tags. He bets on himself. He makes teams
He's
better.
delivered every time. How many? He's won one playoff game in his career. What do we talk about Dak? Now
Every
we're talking
time
about
when Kirk Cousins goes to a team,
Oh my
they're really fucking bad. And then he makes them a better team every single time.
Bro, the Vikings. Oh my God, the Vikings literally had to win. Like they had to go 8-1 in a one-score games 2 years ago just to make the playoffs. And then last year they were just.
You
fighting
can't-
to
you're
stay
not-
alive,
you're not
but
putting that on
was
Kirk.
playing good. Oh my
Nah,
God.
Not the
I will
one-score
say-
games.
You got to say that because he did have like 4 comebacks in that 8-1 one-score game
he can
season.
sling the rock a little
I'm
bit.
just
but,
saying.
He can
let's
sling
be
the
honest,
rock,
I'll
and
say
now
this.
he's going to be slinging the rock to Kyle Pitts, who we will actually get a real opportunity to see Kyle Pitts and the physical freak that he is. This is his last chance. Kirk gets a stud tight end, a stud wide receiver that nobody knows about because he hasn't had a fucking quarterback yet. We get to see what these actual fucking weapons look like on an actual team. And by the way, Kirk Cousins plays his dick off in domes, and Atlanta's a fucking dome. It was a no-brainer. I thought Fields was going there, but as soon as it happened, I said, that makes perfect fucking sense. They're going to win that division. They own that division right now.
Y'all
Josh
imagine
stood
Kirk
on.
Cousins?
Josh stood on last year. Geno Smith's
Yeah, I'm
$100 million
reading
making
something that
sense.
the Chiefs-
Kirk Cousins'
the Chiefs-
deal makes way more sense than Geno Smith's did last year.
Kirk
in my
Cousins makes
opinion.
way more sense than Geno's, makes astronomically more than Baker Mayfield's.
The Chiefs tried to trade for Deontay Johnson, and the Steelers said, "Nope."
Yeah, last time we sent a fucking receiver to
We'll
y'all, he
take-
got a ring.
We'll take Snead.
I don't think Snead's leaving.
Yeah, right.
But no, I think Kirk will do well. He's going to win that division.
Snead-
If he stays healthy, he
Snead
will
get
win that
franchise
division.
tag.
And you got to
Got
just
it,
look at
Chris
the quarterback
Jones.
market right now. Like you're looking at the number, thinking that number's crazy. It's like, look what the fuck quarterbacks are getting paid. Kirk Cousins is a top 10 quarterback.
Bro, he's
You
getting
can't tell me
paid
he's
like
not.
Patrick Mahomes.
He's
Right.
literally getting 50 a year,
Bro,
bro. He got 100.
It's 4 years. It's a top 10 quarterback.
Something like that. Like,
What are you gonna do?
Bro,
What are you
It was
supposed to do?
100
It's a top
it's
10
100
quarterback.
it's
There's only
100
32 of them.
guaranteed.
He's in the top third. What are you supposed to do?
coming off an Achilles.
yeah, bro. That's
So,
the
okay, so they
biggest
take
thing
that
I
fucking
have.
gamble.
Like,
Who gives a shit? He's a vet. He slings it. He doesn't care. Kirk's solid as fuck. He's a top 10
gotta
quarterback.
admit
You
that.
can't debate that. You have to pay for top 10
Oh,
talent.
yeah, you definitely could debate that.
Name me 10 better quarterbacks than Kirk Cousins right now.
I don't know if he's better than Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson's a top 16. We're not going to get into that. Kirk Cousins, name 10 better quarterbacks, please.
that's
Patrick
Ronnie,
Mahomes.
Ronnie, you,
Brock
you
Purdy.
just did this right here. Reached very far, like Michael Jordan
Uh,
Space Jam. with
Bro,
that.
how
10 better than
recency
Kirk
bias
Cousins.
is
Lamar
crazy.
Jackson.
Let me just see. Hold on. Let's
Joe
just
Burrow.
think about something. Okay,
Uh,
everybody.
I started in the AFC. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Five.
hold on,
Justin
hold on.
Herbert.
I don't even know who you named. so
CJ
far,
Stroud.
but Jalen Hurts,
Jalen Hurts.
Anthony Richardson, for sure, no doubt about it.
Well, we can
No doubt.
listen.
Every
I
day.
gotta go.
I was
I
holding.
gotta
Hey,
go
listen.
home. I gotta
I
go
was
home.
holding a name.
I gotta go home.
I was holding a name.
I
I,
can't-
was
I
holding a
can't be
name.
there.
If he's gonna throw that, how about Tua?
Tua, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not. Hey, Justin Herbert, Tua, like.
They're equals
The same
at
player.
least. They're
They're
equals
the
at
same
least.
player, bro.
They're equals at least.
Oh, my God.
One gives you more mobility, one gives you a little better arm talent. They're
One knows how to fall without getting concussions. Now the other,
Yeah. One's
Hold on.
young as
I'm
hell.
I'm one short. I'm too short.
No. Wait, hold on. Bro, just think of the NFC alone. Matt Stafford,
Dak?
boom, put him
Dak?
in there.
yes,
Uh,
Stafford.
Dak's better than
Who else?
Kirk Cousins.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Did you guys say?
he's not.
Bro,
There
this
were
dude's
some
gonna say
questionable
that Kirk
quarterbacks in that
Cousins
list.
is
Okay,
better
which
than
ones?
Matt
I believe
Stafford.
I'm
Kirk
about to
Cousins is
say-
a top 10
Oh my
quarterback.
God, you're not watching
Hey,
the tape, bro. You're
Josh,
just
I'll be
listening to
honest.
people
I
say
watched
Kirk
damn near every game.
I
my
named
God.
10.
Look at the
Hey,
fucking
Jared
line
Goff.
Kirk's been throwing
Jared
behind.
Goff, 100%.
Jared Goff.
Jared
Oh,
Goff,
God.
Matt Stafford.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
If you don't,
He said
Josh.
Anthony
If you don't think
Richardson. You said
Stafford is,
C.J.
if you don't think
Stroud.
Stafford is better,
C.J. Stroud
bro,
100% had a
C.J.
better.
Stroud has played 10 games. How can you call him better than Kirk Cousins after 10 games?
He'll have a better year than him this year
He played a
too.
full season, bro. He played a full
You
season.
can predict
and won a
that.
playoff
So
game.
he has two.
Him,
Bro,
him,
won
10
games.
and
Yes.
Kirk Cousins, same playoff wins, same
But
amount
Dak
of playoff
Prescott.
wins.
Bro, Dak Prescott.
Dak
is better than
Prescott,
Kirk
easily.
Cousins.
What teams has Kirk Cousins played on? The fucking
I
Washington
get
Redskins at the time and the
I-
Vikings?
I hear you.
You thought he was going to be a world beater on these stud historic winning
I mean, the
teams?
Vikings
I mean,
are
for
pretty
$50
good,
million
bro. They
a
had
year,
Dalvin
yeah.
Cook,
He wasn't
TJ
getting 50 over there.
No, but
He's
I'm
getting
saying
50
he is
here.
now. I'm
Yes,
saying-
because he
and-
showed that he earned that. You can't take that from him. He's a top 10 quarterback. You can't move him out of the top 12.
15,
12.
Top 15.
You can't move him out of the top 12. You
12.
can't move him out of the top 12.
Bro, we're still forgetting a quarterback if we're really starting to think. We're missing somebody right now.
Jordan Love.
We'll just see how the Falcons do this year.
All right,
Since it was such a bad move, we'll see how the Falcons do this
You
year.
have to think about the fact that Kyler's young as hell and Kirk is coming off Achilles and old.
Hey, bro, Kyler.
Who's the
Kyler
Raiders
Murray is
quarterback?
better is-
Who you say, Kyler?
That's a reach.
Gardner Minshew. Gardner fucking Minshew.
And Marcus Mariota.
2 years, 25 mil.
They got Marcus Mariota today too.
Yeah. No, I was just going through like all of the starters. Josh Allen. Nobody said Josh Allen. Josh Allen's definitely better than
See, I
fucking.
didn't know. I thought
Come
we
on,
talked
bro.
about Josh. I thought Josh.
That's
Allen was
13,
good.
bro. That's 13.
Man, don't and keep in mind
Kirk
Caleb
Cousins would
Williams.
be
Caleb
13.
Williams. You
Can
can
we
put
look at the
Caleb Williams
contracts,
in there.
please?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not
sure.
putting Caleb Williams over him.
I'm saying
Caleb
you
Williams
can't
gonna have to show
take
me.
him out of the
And
top
put
12.
rookie in there.
Okay.
If I'm putting one rookie in there, Michael Penix Jr., bro.
We'll see
There
how
you go.
the
Caleb
Falcons do
Williams
this
There
year.
you go. But one rookie is going to be better for sure.
We'll see how the Falcons do this year.
What's the Falcons
Like,
pick
I
though?
mean-
Like
I bet they win the division this year
Yeah,
and
the
next.
Falcons are-
It's bad
the
to get
Falcons
a
have to
quarterback.
be-
Yeah, bro, and I think it makes him a contender. He could win the Super Bowl.
it's
I'm
a
not
better
even
deal
saying
than
any of
Baker
that's not
Mayfield, and they're in the
possible.
same division. I completely agree.
I'm not even comparing it to deal. Of course, it's a better deal than Baker
bro,
Mayfield. Baker
you
Mayfield got the
wouldn't
exact
know
same
if
thing
they
that fucking
trade-
Geno
okay,
Smith did, and they're
You
gonna get the same
wouldn't
fucking
trade-
results that we did.
Bro, they wouldn't trade for Lamar Jackson and pay him $200 million, but they would get Kirk Cousins for that. Come on,
They want a guy in the pocket, dude. I don't know.
They want a guy.
I don't know. I didn't like their coach signing. I don't know. They also made, in my opinion, the worst free agency move that anybody's made so far, which was Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, that didn't make sense either.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense, bro.
That was a bad fucking move. I don't think Kirk was a bad move. I think Kirk's got a real good fucking
Bro,
agent.
Darnell Mooney is like the one move to the Jaguars last year. Who the fuck was that guy?
Christian Kirk.
Christian
Kirk delivered,
Yeah,
though.
Christian-
No. Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley did nothing in Jacksonville. And then they were like, you know what, Calvin? We don't need you. We need Gabe Davis. We need
Hey,
better than
now-
Calvin Ridley. We
hey.
need Gabe Davis.
Gabe
Gabe
Davis.
Somebody's going to get
Two.
Calvin Ridley for
Gabe
nothing,
Davis
and
has
he's
a-
not done being
Gabe
good at
Davis
football.
has a 2. Gabe Davis has a 2. Better than Calvin Ridley has a 1.
Yeah.
Just saying, bro. Hey, and we're talking about a big target. I would have loved to see Gabe Davis in a fucking Panthers uniform.
Well, you got the next
Hey,
best thing. You got Deontay Johnson.
Bro,
Is
all
Thielen
I
sticking
know-
around?
Oh, hey, look. All I know is the Steelers. Look. Say what you want about Omar and making moves where people want to be out, yada yada yada. That's fine, bro. The Steelers don't trade people to places like the Panthers because that ends your career.
That's where they want to go.
We just ended Deontay Johnson's career, dog. We were like, oh, you want out? Okay, we'll send you. See ya.
Bro,
Have a good one.
man, I wanted Deontay Johnson going to the Panthers is strictly because I have said Deontay Johnson isn't good. That's just God. That's God's way of being funny, bro.
Congratulations.
Who do you guys have?
Panthers fan.
Who do you guys have losing? Like, obviously the Panthers haven't done well, but like, who do you guys have losing in these first 48 right here?
Buccaneers.
The
Buccaneers,
The Bucks. I think you have to put the Patriots in there also.
the
not
Cowboys.
Really, no, not the Patriots. Cowboys definitely.
Oh, the Titans.
Bro,
Oh, my God, the Titans.
I'm pretty sure the only running back on the Cowboys depth chart right now is Deuce Vaughn. I could be wrong,
And if that's not nepotism, I don't know what is.
bro. That's
His
absurd.
dad called him and drafted him.
Yeah, Like,
My dad's the running backs coach. Now I'm the only running back left.
Hey, he was hella shifty in the preseason.
Listen, Tony Pollard
he
to
was
the
hella
Titans
shifty
though.
at
Why?
Kansas State.
If you're gonna let Derrick Henry go and then pay Tony Pollard, just keep Derrick Henry.
they didn't pay him even though.
They paid him $8 million a year.
Derrick Henry only got $8
$216
million a year. That's what I'm saying. Like, just yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
bro.
The Ravens
God.
got the Ravens are doing okay. You know, that's
Yeah, but-
crazy in that offense.
But this is what I'll say. Derrick Henry was done in Tennessee, and he said that, like,
I
right? Like that was
replaced
he was
Gus
just
Edwards.
like he was washing his
I re-
hands. He was done there. He wanted
I
to move on.
replaced Gus
You don't think he wanted to
Edwards
set the fucking
with
record?
Derrick Henry.
The franchise record.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I think he wanted to go win a Super Bowl.
He
He,
needed, like,
knows he's a
500
running
yards.
back. I know he wanted. I think he wants to go win a Super Bowl,
He
and
needed
he's
a little
a
bit more than that, bro.
and
I
he's
don't
a running back,
Eddie
and
George.
he's scared of getting
Eddie
hurt
George.
and being ousted because of a contract being too big or something like that, and then getting traded and ended up like Ezekiel Elliott or something like that.
Yeah, no,
He wanted
so
to
I'm
take
not-
control of his fate.
I'm not a Derrick Henry guy. I'm not real high on him as a player right now. I think over the last couple years he's shown he's really good for the first half of games. The second half of games he completely fucking shuts down. And he's injury prone. He's not young. He's about to be 30. I think that he fits in with the way that and Baltimore runs the fucking ball. I think he's going to have a massive fucking role there. He's not going to be a 3-down back. I don't even know if those exist anymore beyond maybe Saquon. But yeah, I mean, he's. I think it was a great signing for them, and I think that it gave Derrick Henry his best chance at having a really productive year. Really, I mean, we don't even have to call it 2 years. This year, he put himself in a position to have a really productive year to make his numbers look good, to maybe doubt some, prove some people wrong, shit like that. The Eagles, though, have been doing all right.
Dude.
Bryce Huff and Saquon
Eagles,
Barkley
bro.
behind that line. Jeez, oh my God.
Yeah,
And I've never been a
You wanna know
Saquon
what?
guy. I might be a Saquon guy
You
now.
know what that does, man? Listen, that puts the pressure on Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts,
That puts a
is
pressure
this
on
year-
Nick Sirianni. Jalen Hurts' money is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Both of them.
Yes.
Both of them.
That puts a
Both
pressure
of
on
them.
Nick Sirianni, who don't even
Jalen
call
Hurts,
plays.
on both of them. On
I
both
hate to
of them.
say this too.
They gave him $40 million, cuz. You know how old Saquon is?
That's on both of them, though.
Bro.
Hurts did not play great last year.
Bro,
Who?
I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the most Eagles thing in the NFL, the most Eagles thing that could happen. Jason Kelsey retires. You get a top 10 running back, all purpose. You get a top 5 all purpose back in Barkley, and then you go get the best center in the draft, Jack Powers Johnson,
Yeah, I wouldn't be
and
surprised.
just restart it.
Yeah.
Or I've been hearing that Landon Dickerson makes the move from guard to center. It's a little bit easier.
Bro,
to
they
find
just
a
made
guard.
him the highest paid guard in the NFL.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
but
no, they value the
it's
line,
probably
which
not
is-
happening, bro.
And the
Yeah, bro.
results,
Like-
I mean, obviously the way they tailed off last year was fucking pathetic, but the results of that offensive line, like, they made
They
it very
stopped-
clear,
they
like,
stopped running.
you win from the inside
stopped
out.
running.
Like, we're way
Yeah.
too aware of that. You can see it on both
They
sides,
stopped
D-line
running
and
the football.
O-line.
They stopped running the football last year, and when they stopped running the football and said, Jalen Hurts, you're going to carry us, that's when shit went to shit.
Oh yeah.
You're
So-
saying that would be the most Philly thing to do. Are we creeping up on just like the Steelers and Omar Khan being like, there's going to be some guy who's going to just get another team to pay for 98% of his fucking contract, and we're just going to cover the tip? They did it with Allen Robinson last year. They're doing it with fucking
Yeah.
Russell Wilson this year. Like, who are they going to get next year for, 4% of what they actually fucking cost?
Pennies? For pennies on the dollar? Yeah,
And what's crazy is,
In a
I guess
salary cap league, that's how you win.
it's not that crazy, but it's like, if
been
Russell was
for
only
a
going to
whole
make
lifetime.
$1.2 million wherever he went, he could have hand-picked a fucking team, dude. To my knowledge, he only flew to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
it's the only team he met with, from what I've understood, it's the only team he wanted to meet with.
Yeah.
So,
It speaks volumes.
You know,
Credit where credit's
Russ
due.
talked to the Giants and then talked to the Giants for like an hour and then went to the Steelers, bro. and
Yeah,
there for
bro,
like 7
yeah.
hours.
he didn't talk to the Giants. They said, "Hey man, you like New York in the big market?" And he was
And he
like,
pulled
"My
up
wife
on
will."
Broker.
And that was how that conversation went.
Packers are doing well. Packers are doing well with the free agency.
Or he went there and was
Nah,
like,
they had
if you're
the
signing me
dumbest
for $1
move.
million, you got to bring back Saquon. And they were like, oh, yeah, Russ, that can't happen.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we can't do it.
That. We can't.
And he
we
was
give
like,
Daniel
oh,
Jones
okay,
his
well,
money.
if that's not in the cards, well, it was a pleasure doing business, gentlemen. Have a good one.
Yeah. Nah, I think the Packers made the worst move so far, honestly. Like, you trade Aaron Jones for Josh Jacobs. I don't see
I don't think the Bengals,
upside in that.
the Bengals, dude, getting rid of Joe Mixon for Zach Moss.
Zach Moss is going to be
Yeah,
a
that
dog
was
in
crazy.
Cincinnati.
The
Make
Bengals
no
got
fucking
worse.
mistake.
That's
Joe
one
Mix-
that's
Joe
a good one. The
Mixon was-
Bengals got worse, bro. The Bengals really got worse.
And they're
they
trying to
T.
and they're
Higgins.
shopping T. Higgins, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, you lose T. Higgins and Joe.
Oh no,
Mixon.
they have to shop T. Higgins. He wants a trade.
They don't have a tackle. They had Jonah Williams as a tackle. They released him, but they also released either Collins. They signed Orlando Brown. So they released La'el Collins. So they lost him. They lost Jonah Williams, who was their first round draft pick a couple years ago. Neither of them were good. It doesn't matter. They still lost the guy. If those guys got released, imagine how bad the backup.
So basically, we know where they're going in the first round of the draft.
they've got to go.
Because there is a lot of fucking linemen in this
when
draft.
I hear someone say you take Jackson Powers with the fucking first round with these tackles and wide receivers on the board, boy, you are not picking best player available. You better need a center.
You're right. You're taking
They do.
I think the damn Steelers need a center, do they
You
not?
can say
Hey,
that if you want to, bro. But
respectfully.
again, similar like to how I was talking, bro. But
Do you think the Steelers need a center?
Regardless, bro.
I ain't drafting the best kicker. I'm not drafting the best kicker in NFL history over a good edge rusher. Just because the kicker's better for when you look at it doesn't mean that it's going to affect your team.
That's a terrible.
Don't you want to protect the quarterback you just stole that you only got for sure for a year? You don't want to protect that guy?
Bro, but these tackles that are there are too good to pass up. Or obviously, the tackle you're not going to reach. But the Eagles have
Jones.
Who's the best tackle in the draft to you, Ronnie?
I don't think that there is. I
Joel.
think they're so good, bro, that you could really. There's
Joel
about
ain't gonna be
4 or
there.
5 of them, bro, that are just.
Bro, I
and then
think.
you have a couple guys that could be freaks that are.
Bro, listen.
Listen.
This is what I'll say. Speaking about the Steelers specifically, because I know their situation the best. Okay, we needed linebacker help big time. We got it. Okay, we needed quarterback help. We got it. We needed offensive coordinator help. We got it. The only thing that we have one solid corner.
Now you have two.
Now we have 2. I'm not saying we didn't need help in cornerbacks or the secondary.
Now we have a great corner and a decent corner now.
Well, we have a great corner and a great safety, so I wasn't even going to go that as much as a need, as much as O-line. I mean, when you let 3 guys go, a core 4, Mason Cole and fuck, there's another one. He's escaped me, but. When the 3 and they all started 10 games, maybe one of them only started 9 or something like that, but they all started 10 games. Those are 3 offensive linemen. You gotta replace.
They got rid of 2. They got rid of
Mason Cole, Chooks Okorafor. There's a third one that isn't coming back, bro. I don't have. It escaped me. I almost have to.
Offensive lineman.
Yes. Hold on.
CJGJ is going back to the Eagles.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that. Not a bad move.
3 years.
Man, not a bad move. They picked up Jalen Mills too. Now he ain't the greatest in the world, but he's better at safety than he is.
Dolphins got Jordan Poyer.
The Eagles got Jordan Poyer too.
No, the Dolphins got Jordan Poyer.
Oh, boy, I was about to say. All right. Man.
Texans got Daniil Hunter.
Yeah, they traded Greenard for Hunter.
Pretty much,
Greenard went up to Minnesota. So, yeah, I mean, I think Daniil Hunter with Will Anderson, that is the same. Like, you didn't downgrade. You might have upgraded. If anything, it's a downgrade because Hunter's a little on the
The Giants are doing really bad in the fucking free agency, dude. Congratulations to the New York Giants on the signing of Drew Lock. You now have a quarterback 1.
Jesus.
He's better than Dan Jones right now. Stamp it. I'm not bullshitting you.
I would like Drew Lock on my team strictly because he knows Jeezy songs.
Yeah, he's better than Dan Jones. He really is better than Dan Jones. Dan Jones is very bad.
My man
Shaq Barrett.
says
Dolphins
on
got
the
Shaq
fucking
Barrett?
sideline.
Dolphins are going with old heads again.
Shaq Barrett ain't bad, though. He
Dude,
had
this
10
has all
sacks
happened
last
in like
year.
the last, hour?
Them three were, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Free agency at the NFL is crazy.
We should be live, boys.
Bro, they're still.
should.
Bro, I'll say this about the Giants, though. The Giants D-line. Now you got fucking Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and Brian Burns, cuz.
That is a hell of
That's
a
a
pass rush.
stupid D-line, dude. That's Dayball
That's
just saying,
a
fuck it. We're just
hell
taking
of a
notes at
pass
this point. I don't give a fuck what Brian Burns wants. He's got it.
That's a hell of a pass. I was telling one of my buddies who's a Giants fan that same thing earlier. Like, Burns and Thibodeau on the outside is scary. If Thibodeau takes another step, he took a step from
Oh, no.
the year before to last year. He took a step.
Yeah.
He takes a step from last year to this year. Another one.
Where'd Sam Darnold go?
Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah,
The Vikings. Is
I
he
think
QB1?
Justin Jefferson feels.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Oh,
How you think Justin
holy
Jefferson
moly.
feels? Justin Jefferson went from Kirk Cousins.
Wait,
Mr.
Josh, one time for the one time. So was it Monday morning or Sunday night when you were looking at the TV and you were sitting in your chair with your hand in your head?
Yeah.
Oh, this was
Hey,
One time for the one time.
this
So
was
I'm
this was
looking-
Monday morning.
I'm looking at Josh's
Monday
house.
morning when I was pretty sure it was gonna happen the night before, but Monday morning when it was confirmed, I'm sitting in my recliner in my man cave. I got a big, beautiful 75-inch TV that I stare at like a motherfucker, especially this time of year. And the first thing that everybody's talking about, NFL Network, ESPN, Good Morning Football, the Pittsburgh Steelers just signed Russell Wilson for $1.2 million. As soon as I seen it on paper, I just went like this. When I sat there with my face in my hands for probably 5 minutes, at some point my beautiful girlfriend Ashley walked by and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Just look at the TV." And she looks and she sees that it clearly states that Russell Wilson is a Pittsburgh Steeler, and she goes, "Oh my God." I was like, it happened. It full circle. It fucking happened. It happened.
That's so
It
crazy.
happened.
Bro,
Just look
I'm
at it like
telling
this,
you,
Josh.
Bro, all you gotta do, bro, is go watch his film from last year.
I don't have to. I'm not the one you have to convince Russell Wilson is good. I'm the last one you have to convince that to. He's the best player in franchise history. We've been established in '76.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Franco
Steve
played
Largent.
there.
Oh my God.
Steve Largent, bro. When Steve Largent retired,
You could talk Steve Largent, Walter Jones. There's guys you could talk about.
Sean
It's Russ.
Alexander.
It's Russell Wilson. It's unanimously Russell Wilson. He won us games. He won us games.
The fullback, Max Strong. What was the fullback's name in front of?
I got a Max Strong signed helmet, you fucking hater.
Strong, yeah, bro.
Talking
Steve
crazy
Hutchinson.
about the forbidden
Hutchinson.
fucking position. Max Strong was a dog. Marcus Trufant was a dog. Lofa Tatupu was a dog.
Dog, yeah, no, he was. He played in Pittsburgh.
I love Lofa, bro. That mid 2000s Seahawks little Matt Hasselbeck.
Sean
Absolutely Matt
Alexander.
Hasselbeck. Absolutely Sean Alexander. Absolutely Steve Hutchinson. Absolutely
Sean
Kenny Easley.
Alexander.
We only got 5 Hall of Famers, god damn it. You don't think I fucking know all of them?
Steve Hutchinson went from Sean Alexander to Adrian Peterson. Talk about a hell of a career laying free roads down for running backs, bro. Hell of a career.
What are we missing here, boys?
Yeah, the Giants signed Devin Singletary and Drew Lock. Yes, Brian Burns, big pickup, is what it is, a lot of money. But then they were like, you know what, we're going to fuck this up a little bit. Drew Lock and Devin Singletary. We're going to get a couple guys in their prime, real high ceiling guys. The Giants are going to fucking stink.
So
Yeah,
Avery, I want to give you the floor for a second to begin the demise of the 2024 Carolina Panthers season, because I think it started yesterday. Would you agree?
It started when Tepper bought the team.
That's what I was going to say. It started 3 years ago when Brian Burns first had a deal on the table from the Los Angeles Rams at the trade deadline. It's actually 2022, November 18th, 2022. Los Angeles Rams we're going to give up 2 first-round picks and a second round for Brian Burns. David Tepper said no. The Rams were also going to give a second, third, fourth, and Cam Akers for Christian McCaffrey, to which David Tepper also said no. If David Tepper might be the richest owner in the history of sports, David Tepper is also the dumbest owner in the history of sports. Even bigger dumbass than that Bob McNutty guy that y'all got up there running the Pirates organization.
Hey, that's the number 1 ballpark in the country, voted by USA Today.
Like that, hey, they're on the same wavelength as far as
They're businessmen.
acumen, IQ. Yeah, they're businessmen.
They're
there
keeping
to
the
make
team
money.
in the black ink.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They're there to keep them up in the green, in the profit margin green.
Yes.
They're not there to win.
Bro.
They're there to just make money and have a tax write-off.
15 years ago, 20 years ago, the Pittsburgh Pirates were sued by the MLB because they were in fact profiting from the MLB's salary cap that they gave them every year. Their salary cap was so low that the team was holding money from that. They were
If you can't tell me David Tepper is not on the same type of time, I don't know what to tell you. They got rid of 8 players. They got rid of Jeremy Chin. They got rid of Frankie Louvu. They got rid of Von Bell. They got rid of Yetter Gross Matos, who's a starter. They got rid of Brian Burns. These are 5 starters, 6 Dante Jackson, all for your fucking defense.
Boys,
So,
if you think
yeah,
you matter to this team,
brought-
step into my office for a moment.
You just had a top 5 defense. The defense was the only bright spot on that fucking team. Not even the quarterback that you took number 1 overall.
Boys,
Sold
if
the
you're an
whole fucking
average
draft
or
for the next
above
4
average
years.
player, step into my office.
Bro, I'm not understanding. Did you go get a number 1 receiver? No, you didn't. You didn't. Did you replace Brian Burns with a pass rusher? No, you didn't. Do you have a shutdown corner on the team? I mean, Jason Horn, maybe. If he can stay healthy and play more than 6 fucking games, maybe he could be. But you know what you did do? You went and got 2 guards. And
Well,
you
hey,
paid
at least they have that number 1 overall draft pick. God damn it, no they don't. No they don't. I keep forgetting about that. They don't fucking pick until 33.
Hey, they got 33 and 39. So you know what?
They have
could
33 and
happen?
39. They had number 1 this time last year. They had it twice.
Yeah, think about that. You would have had the number 1 overall pick in the last 2 drafts. You know how you can do that in real life? You get on Madden and say, I think I want the number 1 overall pick.
Yo, who tweeted that? Sauce Gardner said this looks like a Madden franchise.
Bro, Sauce Gardner, bro.
He said my timeline looks like a Madden franchise.
Look, I last night decided I was going to get on Madden just because I wanted to see how good I could do in franchise mode. I made 2 moves at the beginning of the preseason. I signed Dalvin Cook because, you know, I like to get the best free agent that's, you know, in the game on my team, regardless of position. So I signed Dalvin Cook, 90 overall guy. Traded Miles Sanders for Tyler Lindenbaum. You know, we're going to stir up the offensive line. I simulated to the midseason point. 6-2. I'm a better GM than whoever the fuck they got running that shit show in Charlotte.
It's very bad. It's very bad. He literally said, hang on a second. Coaches, let's all gather around. Name me the 5 best players on this team. Do me a favor. Name me the 5 best players on this team in order. He called them all into his office individually and said, hey, brother, do you like playing in Carolina? Do you like being here? And every one of them said, absolutely not. Feel like I'm dying every day. And he was like, well, you're lucky. I said I ate my Wheaties this morning. I said my prayers last night, and the good Lord came to me, and he said, you better let those boys go. And God damn it, he said, I want the number 1 player on my team gone, the number 2 player on my team gone, the number 3, 4, 5, 6. You get a good player, and you get a good player, you get a good player. And we're going to take all that money we saved up in our 0 first-round draft picks, and we're going to pay Robert Hunt $100 million. Rob Hunt. He will lead us to the promised land. Robert Hunt. For the dismal price of $100 million.
63 guaranteed.
We shored up that left fucking guard spot. We're good now. Now we should be good now that we got Deontay Johnson and $100 million left guard. We're good.
They also got Damian Lewis on the right.
What
guard.
team are they beating this year? Can you name the Washington Commanders? Maybe. Do they even, if they play the Commanders, they might get a win this
They might
year.
have to make it to the playoffs to play him.
Holy moly!
Bro, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, man. You got Ashawn Robinson, 2-year or 3-year, $22.5 million deal. That's an okay pickup. Ashawn Robinson is okay. He's not been terrible in the league, but he's not been a world beater either. He's the interior defensive lineman, so that's an okay pickup.
You're a Steelers fan
Josie
talking about Kenny
Jewell?
Pickett right now, where they go. I mean, you're like, oh, that's an okay pickup.
Hey, wait,
That's all right.
hold on. How do you feel about Russell Wilson as the starting quarterback of the Steelers? Look, he didn't look down. See?
He didn't know.
Things are going up.
He held his head high.
We're going up.
He held his head high. There was no. I mean, no.
Hey, Ronnie,
it's no,
I'm just telling you. Hey, bro, right now, there's no Super Bowl inflation on February 6th to February 10th travel to New Orleans. We can get there cheap if we plan it now. I'm just telling you. Just throwing it out there.
Hell yeah, hey. Make sure you guys buy my ticket too, because Panthers all the way, baby. All the fucking way.
What happens to the Panthers ticket prices when they're 0-10?
Hey, bro.
What happens at
they
that
sold
home game?
Tickets. They had it tickets. I shit you.
You know
not.
Bro,
what's
like,
No, they had them for
Listen.
47 cents. I tagged you. I was like, bro, go hit a game. Shit, I go for $3.
I was on the way back from Western Carolina University watching my dad graduate from a 4-year university. First guy in my family to do that. So shout out to Pops for graduating from college. So my brother, I looked at him and said, hey man, we'll go to a Panthers game. It's only a 2-hour detour. My brother, who is the only Panthers fan I know outside of me, looked at me and said, well, you know, Avery, it is raining. I said, well, you know, Kipton, tickets are 25 cents.
It costs $5 to get to a dog shit high school game up here. It was 38 cents to get fucking decent seats there.
I think it's $8.
$8 to see fucking some high school boys.
Hey,
Another team that's doing real bad, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They signed Mac Jones and Gabe Davis.
No, they traded for Mac Jones.
Oh, yeah, my bad. 6th-round
They
pick.
gave shit
The
up.
first-round
They gave
Alabama
shit
quarterback
up.
went for a 6th-round draft pick to be a backup to a motherfucker that went in the same fucking draft as him. Get the fuck out of here. Mac Jones is so bad at football, dude. And he's got to be the backup to a motherfucker that's the same age as him, went in the same draft. They've known each other for years.
Yeah,
Mac Jones grew up in Jacksonville.
And
you know how fucking degrading that shit is?
Hey, how many over/under on the Mac Jones car dealerships that will sprout up in Jacksonville, Florida?
Oh, bro, he's already at a fucking Toyota dealership right now working up papers getting a free Camry. He's about, what's it going to take for me to get an XL off the lot?
Hey, bro. Mac Jones is about to have a car dealership for Mazda and Hyundai. He's going to have all of the cars.
Come on down to Macaroni Jones Mitsubishi.
Can't play football, but we'll sell you a car.
Mac Jones.
And I'll see you on Sunday. My seats are better than
Mac
yours.
Jones shit. Bro, that shit is going to be hilarious. I can't wait for it. It's going to be like Kenny Powers.
All right, hold
He's bound
on. Cleveland went out. They made a move. Cleveland is now paying their quarterback room $60 million this year.
They made 2.
I think it might be the
They
most
got Jerry
expensive
Jeudy,
quarterback room in the league.
They got Jerry Jeudy. Didn't they?
Oh, and they drafted that Jag, as Steve Smith Sr. would call it, Jag Jerry Jeudy. You know, just
a
another guy.
If that's one thing I can say, I love Steve Smith Jr. Shout out to one of
Senior.
the greatest Steve Smith Sr. Yeah. One of the greatest Panthers and one of the most underrated wide receivers ever. Bro.
Oh, dude, that's a dog.
I love watching that guy.
Bro,
talk
what did he
about
say?
film
What did he
on
say?
these Receivers, bro.
Yeah, what did he say mid-season when he was coming at Jerry Jeudy? He said, yeah, and guess what, Jerry Jeudy? When the Broncos are done with you at the end of this year and the team's calling and ask me, what do you think? I'm gonna tell him exactly what I think, and that
He's
you're a
just a
first
guy.
round. Yeah, you're a first round guy that wasted. You're an average guy that wasted a first round pick, and they shouldn't give you nothing. And well, you found your way onto a dying team in Cleveland. I'll tell you that. Because you didn't sign Jameis Winston for almost $10 million because you're confident in your starter. That's all I know. Hey,
man.
that's all I know. I don't know
Yeah,
much.
I like Jameis Winston personally.
Hey, I don't not like Jameis
fan,
Winston, but when you got
Jameis Winston
$200
taught me how to
million
eat
guy,
doubles.
$240 million guy, you got to you need a $10 million guy behind him.
Y'all see that W? Y'all know what we gonna do with these W's, right? We gonna eat it. Like Jameis Winston is funny,
Like,
by just being himself, bro.
what do
Oh,
you
yeah,
think?
That's why I like
hilarious,
Jameis, bro. I fuck
He's
with Jameis.
literally
Jameis on
hilarious.
Pardon My Take was a very good interview. Shout out
Yeah,
to
that was
cool with those guys.
Is that all they did was Jameis and Jerry Jeudy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jerry Judy's real. I honestly think he stinks. I think that they have a guy who was a rookie last year in Cleveland who's better than Jerry Jeudy right now, Cedric Tillman. They didn't. I don't think they needed to get a
Jerry
wide
Jeudy
Is
and
receiver.
Elijah
Cooper?
Moore still in Cleveland?
I don't know.
Elijah Moore's better.
Jerry Jeudy and Amari Cooper. I like the combination personally.
And Elijah
Say
Moore.
what you
Bro, I'm
want.
telling you, Elijah Moore is one of the most underrated receivers in the league. Specifically because
Didn't he
he's on
come from
that
the
team.
Jets? Didn't he come from the Jets, or did they? I
No
think he
idea.
came from the Jets. Didn't
Cedric Tillman came from Hendon Hooker in fucking Tennessee. Cedric Tillman's
Hey.
a dog. But we wouldn't
Hey.
fucking know because they don't know how to play. Oh my god. I hate seeing beautiful talent go to waste. Carolina's been doing that with Terrace Marshall for 3
sign a
fucking
running Back?
years.
Didn't Cleveland sign a running back?
he? Hey, Josh.
Yeah, Cleveland signed a backup running back.
Did they?
Yeah, 100%.
Who? I'm looking through all of
Josh,
them.
you reached for that Terrace Marshall take right there, but
Terrace Marshall's good.
okay.
He was catching
Terrace
passes
Marshall
with
played
fucking Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. It was a crowded fucking receiver room, dude.
Terrace Marshall was the slot guy with 2 number 1 wide receivers
That's what I mean.
on the outside.
Terrace Marshall was
that
good.
were getting double covered. He's got to go against linebackers because they don't have those type of guys in there. All right. Yep.
Hold on.
With Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know.
Oh, maybe they didn't. I thought they did.
Yeah, I don't think not yet.
No, Zadarius Smith.
There's a lot of running backs still available, but there's a lot of running backs getting paid, which was not happening this time last year
I'm
at
telling
all.
y'all, the Josh Jacobs to the Packers, I just didn't understand that at all, man.
The only thing I can think is age. Only thing I can think is age.
Even if you say age, guess what? Aaron Jones is still better.
Aaron Jones is better, but
Josh
Aaron
Jacobs
Jones
had
is
one
also
good year.
it's age and he's injury prone. I think Aaron Jones is going to be phenomenal. I'm a big
Josh
Aaron
Jacobs
Jones
had
guy.
One good year. Josh Jacobs had one good year.
He had 2 good years. He had 1 good year, got franchise tags, had another good year, and now he's getting paid. He didn't have a bad year last year. He was half their fucking offense last year.
It was a drop off.
It was a drop off from a fucking ridiculous year.
All right.
Derrick Henry, 1,200 yards. Did Josh Jacobs have 1,200 yards? Somebody check that one. Pretty sure I don't think he did.
Nah, Derrick Henry had like 1207. I think he had like
I know, that's what I was saying. Like, we're saying Derrick Henry had a bad year last year. Josh Jacobs had less rushing yards.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
almost certain.
Jacobs was hurt for a bunch of games. I know because he was on my fantasy.
Derrick Henry wasn't?
800 yards
I don't
last
know.
year.
I feel like Jacobs missed more games, but I do think that Henry's a better
And
running
he
back.
doesn't really. I don't think he catches the ball better than Aaron Jones. That's me personally.
No,
I
he
think-
definitely doesn't. He definitely doesn't. That's where
That's what
Aaron
I mean.
Jones
He
makes his
lost
money.
all-
And
lost all
is David
whole-
Bakhtiari going back to Green Bay?
No.
No, they released him the other day. You see him in New York here in about another week and a half.
That's what I was thinking too.
He's
Because
going to the
he's at a
Jets,
point
bro.
now in his career where he could just retire and be done with it, and that's what his little goodbye thing to Green Bay kind of felt like. I wouldn't be even remotely surprised if he moseyed on over to the fucking Jets.
What if he
Well,
moseyed
get
on
that
over
minimum.
to Pittsburgh, man?
Yeah, y'all ain't got Aaron Rodgers, so
I know.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna be making all those
I hate to
fucking
tell you.
moves.
Hate to tell
They love each other. Truly love each
that's
other.
a lot of trust, bro.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
lot of
he
trust.
should.
A lot of trust, bro.
Do they smoke ayahuasca together?
Probably.
Probably. They get the darkness retreat together.
All right, boys. Anybody got anything else?
Free agency
Yeah.
still going. There'll be more to talk about next week too.
Yeah, there's just a lot.
There's
Let me.
big names still available, y'all. Like big names. Tyron Smith might be the best free agent. One of best free agents available.
I don't know if he'll
make.
make it. Will he make it to free agency, or you think he might retire if they can't get something done in Dallas? I mean, bro, he ain't exactly the youngest, healthiest guy running around the field.
33. He stays getting hurt. He's had a bunch of back
No,
injuries,
I know. I
bro.
wasn't even saying it like that. I'm just saying you're talking about a dude that's a stud still.
No, I'm not saying
studs
he's
available.
bad at
Danielle
all.
Hunter just got signed.
Bro, I'm
But
not
there's
saying
still
he's
guys
bad,
that-
but I'm saying I think just personally, I think because you haven't seen a move yet, it might be like we're gonna figure something out here in Dallas, and if it doesn't make sense, I'm gonna retire.
No, he's the type of guy that probably waits a lot closer to the season to sign if he signs somewhere. He's an older vet, like he's gonna wait to see how things shake out. But somebody like, I don't know, I was just taking a name of a guy
for
that's
sure.
really good that's still available.
For sure.
Kendall Fuller, probably the best.
Justin
corner.
Simmons.
Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, there's still crazy safeties available.
Justin
Crazy
Simmons,
safeties
Jordan
available.
Poyer,
Cam
Quandre
Curl.
Diggs.
Yeah, that's bro. If the Panthers have any, I want the Panthers to go after 3 positions. They need a pass rusher, they need secondary help, and they need a number 1 receiver. Try to go get Calvin Ridley.
What's up with
Try to
Thielen?
go.
Is he still there?
Calvin Ridley's going. Calvin Ridley's either staying. The thing that's going on with Calvin Ridley right now is that
He's either going New England or Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what the reasoning behind it. The difference is Jacksonville's going to get a second-round pick if they or Atlanta has to get a second-round pick from Jacksonville if Jacksonville decides to sign Calvin Ridley before tomorrow at 4:00. But if they sign him after tomorrow at 4:00, they have to give Atlanta a third-round pick, which is partially why Jacksonville doesn't want to sign him because they're either going to have to sign him plus give away a compensatory pick.
There's a
And so then this gives him another 24 hours to drive his price up. Because
I'll be honest,
they
guys.
wanna-
I love those tender deals, bro. Like, yeah. Hey, bro, you want this guy? Yeah, you can give him $5 million. You give me a fucking second too.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, short, have him. Guess what? We'll replace his ass now.
Yeah.
No, it is cool.
But I mean, they need a pass rusher too. There's a guy that grew up in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Everybody is going to say that he's a little overrated. He's over the edge. Guess what? He's still a fucking freak. Go get Clowney.
I knew it. We were going.
Oh yeah,
Clowney,
he's
bro.
cheap.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
cheap.
go get Clowney.
Yeah.
Go get Clowney. There's your pass rusher right there. You got a good pass rusher.
Chase Young is still available.
Yeah, stay away from Chase Young.
I mean, if you can get him at a bro, if you could get him, like,
You're not gonna be able to get him cheap.
Yeah, bro, you're going to have to give
It's just
Chase
his
Young
age.
12 to 15, bro. As bad as we all don't think he's worth 12 to 15, that's what his price tag is.
right.
I don't think he's worth it.
No.
It's man, watch Chase Young end up with the fucking Eagles.
Watch him end up on the Panthers.
Watch that happen.
Watch
bro.
that be their big
he
edge
is
rusher
meeting-
move.
He is meeting with the Panthers. I think he met with them today
Done
or
deal.
tomorrow, but it's going to happen. He's going to meet with them. He's meeting with them, the Buccaneers, and the Titans. So he's only meeting with 3 teams.
He's only meeting with horrible teams.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You know what that means?
Okay.
That means whoever's got the biggest bank, biggest checkbook, and he's going to be like, how much did Robert Hunt just get paid? 100 million?
Let me
He
run a
said-
one-on-one with him.
I guess I'm $200
Let me
million.
Let me get a
I just
one-on-one.
figured out my fucking price.
Let me get my one-on-one
He-
fair one with Rob Hunt, and then we'll figure out my contract.
I guess
big
I don't
cub.
need an
Hey,
agent
man.
after all. Robert
Nah.
Hunt got 100 million.
Yeah.
Hey, man, they said Rob Hunt was like, they said Rob Hunt, that wasn't a bad deal. I'm just saying. I've seen a lot of guys say B plus, A minus to that deal. Rob Hunt had a pretty good last couple of years. I'm just
Yeah, he didn't have a bad last year, but I that's just like, I mean, what's
Bro,
Landon
it's the
Dickerson
fifth-
getting as the
it's
most
the-
expensive guard
it's
in the game?
It's the 5th richest contract for an offensive guard in NFL history. And while we're on the subject of offensive linemen, I know we didn't talk about them, but Los Angeles Rams, watch out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Who'd they pick up?
The boys re-signed. I don't know offhand. I know they got 2 guards, and they gave them very good money for both of them on like 3 or 4 year deals.
Right.
When they were really good and they were going to the Super Bowl, they had a very good offensive line. They got some playmakers. They shored up the offensive line, so it's gonna be about the defense, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. No
It'd be
doubt.
cool to see. It'd be cool to see Kendall Fuller or Chidui, a Woozy or
Uzier, yeah.
Curl.
So-
Woozier
Uzi got signed to the Titans.
I gotta
Oh, he
say
did?
this
Okay.
before
I didn't see that
before
one.
it slips my mind. Is the safety position the defensive version of the running back as far as value?
It must be because Justin Simmons.
I was
still isn't
thinking
signed.
linebackers
Like,
though, but no, you're right.
I think it's safeties,
safety,
dude.
bro.
It's got to be.
They're the league's just calling them a dime a dozen.
They're saying you can go find them anywhere, and that's just wild, bro. You don't find Mika.
This is the first year I've seen that and been like, I mean, if you look at
But
the safeties
these are-
that are
but-
still available, it's
Safeties,
crazy.
But I feel like there's corners that could go play safety. There ain't safeties that can go play corner.
Nah,
Yes.
and that's what I was gonna say earlier. You know, when we were talking about
There's linebackers
Tyron
that can
Smith,
play
right?
defensive end. There ain't defensive ends that can go play linebacker. Same thing.
See, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. I was thinking, you know, maybe if Tyron Smith doesn't want to play tackle anymore, maybe kick him to guard. But you know, that's a hard transition. But I've seen people do it.
Right.
Just
right.
saying, Dunbar's done it.
Yeah, I did it.
Dunboo did it.
I went back
So,
and forth across the whole left side of that line for about 3 years,
Hey,
cuz.
I played left tackle and right tackle.
I played left guard
right
and left
guard.
tackle.
That shit's soft.
Yeah.
Play.
Well, I
That
think
shit's
that wraps it up for me, at least in these first 48 hours. Anybody have anything else in the world of sports they want to talk about real quick at all?
Did y'all see that scrap Sunday afternoon in LSU South
Bro,
Carolina?
dude, I'm glad you said something. Hand to God, I have never intentionally put on a women's college basketball game. I swear to God, I haven't. I happened to
Did
turn
on
on my
Sunday.
TV. It happened to be on that channel. I had a buddy at my house, Buddha. You know Buddha.
Yeah.
Buddha's at my house. I turned the TV
And I
on.
watched it.
Within 30 seconds of turning the TV on, they're banging.
Bro, it was like
I'm
me and
like-
it was like me and the Daytona 500.
I was like, am I a women's college basketball guy now? In the SEC chip, like I know Angela Reese, but I don't know anybody else on the court, and I'm just, I watched her, dog.
Angel. There's no
The
A on the
bitch was
Angel.
6'8". Just
Bro.
this monster from
Whoa.
Brazil. She just, bah!
O.J. Johnson's brother.
Holy
Came and
Christ, she
sprinted
folded her.
over
Yeah, and then the girl's brother
O.J.
jumped over the thing.
Johnson
But you know
jumped
what
over the
though?
scorer's
He didn't
table.
do nothing. He came out, seen the 6'8" broad, and was like,
Oh.
he just stood there. He was like, somebody get me, please,
got
please,
my
please,
gun.
please, please.
That boy said, I ain't got my strap.
Hell,
That's a big
6'8". She was horrifying.
yeah, don't mind us,
That's
Ronnie.
not-
We're not having a conversation, cuz. No, I'm just kidding, bro.
Ryan's in his own world.
This is my last
I
thing.
know, I know.
This is my last thing for sports. Thank you, Alperen Sengun, for being a dog. Watching him go down and knowing that he's probably out for the rest of the regular season. It's a damn shame. I hope you get a max extension. You blew the fuck up this year. I love to see it. I love you, Alperen Sengun. I'm a Bulls fan too. I love you, Alperen
Hey,
Sengun. Thank
Now
you.
tell him why you like Sengun.
Because I'm right now about to be 18-3 in my fantasy basketball league with the number 1 seed locked. And I got Alperen Sengun in the 8th round because everybody was sleeping on my man. And he went stupid in his final week of the season for me. And I just want to say thank you, Alperen Sengun, for being a dog.
That man had a 30-point triple-double against Wemby. Oh, by the way, here's a news flash.
You see Wemby get
There's
dunked
another
on?
One of them. There's another Wemby over in France. He's got a little brother that's 16 and he's 6'8". Who's ready for this shit? Hey, I bet you one thing, he can beat Giannis's brothers one-on-one right now.
Yeah, 100%.
All right,
That's
well,
a football podcast. We won't get into it.
hey, that wraps it up for us in episode 5 of the Steel Pirate Media Show. We appreciate all you guys for joining us. Go ahead and give us a a subscription on our YouTube channel, leave a comment, do all those good things. Help keep this train moving. Thank you guys.